This is Majin, and here's some comic reviews for you. We have the Eternal, we have Earth 2, some Sinning, some spiders, and some rockets. Now, as I mentioned before, there were, in my Good, Bad, the Disappointed, there were some shining books. So I'm going to make sure I point all that out. So let's get rid of this one first, Batman Eternal number 18. I'll be honest with you, this book was just simply forgettable for me. You know, you have some Killer Croc going on. You have the team up between Batman. I'm sorry, not Batman. The Red Hood, Batgirl, and Batwoman. And for me, when I read this thing, it didn't really feel like anything happened. You know, like the fight really didn't occur that you would have wanted to hope and dream for between Batman and Killer Croc. And nothing much really happened on the other end either. And I understand that this is a building issue to something, leading you to something, but that's all it was just that, and I didn't think it was anything special. The art I thought was okay overall, but I just wish they would just make Killer Croc just look more intense and more monstrous. But oh well. Earth 2 of 52. This book had some really strong moments. For me, this was probably my favorite DC book of the week. It was really close to being number one for me for the book of the week. Now, the art, I thought the art was solid. I thought the writing was good. The interaction between Superman and the new super person, that was really good. You know, here's this guy who's like, I don't really want to fight here. I just want to live in my room. And you have, you know, Highlander, there can be only one. I am the only one. Trying to just do the beatdown. Well, that's going on. You have the invasion of Apocalypse starting. And you have the heroes banding together to basically turn the tide of the battle and shut down the boom tube. And this was really overall a strong, really strong issue. My only complaint is we didn't see enough of this type of fighting going on, but overall I was really pleased. And like I said, the only thing they could have done to make this better is make it a double-sized issue with more fighting, and then this would have been my book of the week for sure. But even though it didn't make my book of the week, I would still say that, for me at least, I really enjoyed it. And basically this issue here is going to be leading off to what, the World's End, or whatever they're calling it. Let me see what that's it. Future's End. It goes into Future's End for whatever, Desaad, or whatever they're calling him now. But anyways, I liked it. I don't know why I'm buying this, honestly. Angela's kicking the crap out of Thor, but Thor's not really fighting. So, there's that issue. Then you have the surprise villain at the end, which just kind of makes me go, why? Why are we going through all of this? While I understand the direction that they're taking, I don't feel that they're doing enough to explain the situation better. I mean, we had a very high-level overview of why Angela got sent to the other realm, but we don't know. I don't know. It just kind of like there's. I think that there's a lot of gaps in the storyline that they could be filling in. That's just not getting the proper attention. Instead of going, well, I hate you, you Asgardian dog, I'm gonna kill you. But again, I understand that that would be the reaction, so that's why I'm kind of torn. The art's just okay. And now, I think when I'm saying that it's okay, for me, what it is I think there's a lot of me that's wanting to see different things and have a different experience. You know, like, for example, this is the sin of the secret of you had a sister that we didn't tell you about, but they're not even addressing that very issue. So, and I know it'll come at the end, but But for me, I just feel that this is a waste. I mean, anybody could have written this. Didn't have to be Aaron. And I think we would be looking at the same level of quality. Ultimate Spider-Man, number 4, Mike Morales. This was a freaking awesome book. Now, the reason why I really like this is this. What you have is, you have Norman Osborn going back to the neighborhood of Peter Parker. You have Miles Morales there to defend the home, or the home people, the neighborhood. You have clearly, you can see by this picture, he's clearly outmatched. In terms of size, power, everything. Experience, but yet he's becoming Peter Parker. You have fire everywhere. You have cars being thrown. Police eventually get involved, and there's chaos. The fighting is great. While the fighting is going on, you have the news picking up what's going on. You get the reactions of key people. All of that is, I mean, this was really, it really made you feel that you were actually witnessing this. Because it's kind of like you're getting a, it's kind of weird in the sense that it, like I said, it made me feel like I was like one of these people watching it in a sense. Then, on top of everything, you had this page right here where Peter Parker shows up, and then you get the reactions of everybody. And let me just tell you, there was something about this page where it was like comfort food. It's like you're having the worst day possible. Everything is just falling apart. Your dog left you, your boyfriend, girlfriend left you, in fact went out with your friend instead, your cable went out, somebody spoiled Guardians of the Galaxy and Game of Thrones, and cat peed on your books. That kind of day. And then your mom comes up to you and says, hey, would you like this bowl of macaroni and cheese? And it's like the greatest bowl of macaroni and cheese ever. And that's what this is like. This is like, once you saw this page, you just knew everything was going to be all right. And that's why I liked it. And from there, even then, as soon as Peter comes in, he goes to town on the Goblin. And this was a fantastic. I really enjoyed this book. And it really basically throws this whole storyline into like what's going to happen. And I think that with the Ultimate Universe, that's the one thing it was really lacking. They made changes just to make changes to try to shock you. But in this case, this is like, this is a well thought out plot line. And it's like, you have no idea what's going to happen. And I really liked it. Highly recommend this book. Highly. If you're not buying it, buy it. That's simple. That is my order to you. Go on Amazon, eBay, and buy those damn trades. Okay, Superior Spider-Man, Edge of the Spider-Verse. Okay, now I have a feeling there's going to be some people in here that are not going to like this book because they got their Peter Parker back. But I am on Team Doc Ock. And basically, this issue takes place, if you remember going back into when Spider-Man 2099 appeared, where they had those dimensional rift type things. It goes back to that time period. And Ock Spider's zipping through time. And he eventually is trying to find his way home. And what he's finding out is there's a bunch of spider people in other universes that are getting killed. So what he's doing is he's trying to amass an army of Spider-Men to take on the person that's doing this. And for me, this was great. It's like this was like going back to the arrogant Spider-Man that I loved. And you get a taste of that, then you're getting the taste of the variant Spider-Man, and there's going to be a Raccoon fight later on. So I'm really hopeful to see where this is going to go. I thought I was going to hate it. I'll let you know right up front. I thought I was going to hate it, but I really enjoyed this book. It's not, to me, it's not like a 10 out of 10 type thing. It's probably about an 8. I'll give this a solid B. Let's put it that way. Solid B. This book here, that's an A. You know, like this book is a D. You know, that's an A. And like this is a C. But solid. You know, I'd probably give this a B plus. In fact, very solid. All right, Rocket Raccoon number 2. I thought to myself, all right, Scotty Young got lucky. He got a good, solid first issue. Can he duplicate his success? And I gotta tell you, he can, and he did. And this really was another total pleasure to read. The art is fantastic. I love the way he draws the aliens. I love the attitude of Rocket Raccoon. It's way, you know, it's like that Oedipus, that isn't really Oedipus, the complex where, Small Man complex is what I'm thinking. Because, you know, Rocket Raccoon's small, but he's got a big-ass mouth. And, you know, he's in prison because he's guilty of murder, even though he didn't do it. And it's just fun. It's just a fun read. I'll be honest with you, man. I really hope this book comes out in hardcover trade, because this is going to be hard. If it does, I'm buying it. This to me is another solid A, grade A book. This to me also looks like Marvel really should just take this script, animate it, throw it out there. You know, that's what I'm saying. Animate this, and then just go cha-ching, cha-ching, because this was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Scotty Young is probably the best person to do this book right now. Not to say other people can't do it. You know, it's like Rocket Raccoon is almost like the Deadpool problem, where only certain people can do it and do it well. And he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm glad they did this book. Buy it. That's all I gotta say. Just buy this book. You will not. All right, there's going to be 2 people out there that'll be pissed off and say this book sucks, but this book was good. Anyways, talked enough today. That's my reviews. Let me know what you guys got today. Let me know what you guys thought was also good that I didn't cover. Because there's some books I didn't got a chance to read yet, like Star-Lord and a couple other ones. Like, share, Facebook, Crunchyroll over there, and I'll have more reviews and stuff like that nonsense later. So until next time.